I'm back, motherfuckers. What, you thought you could get rid of me? No. Mm-mm. Nah, I'm stuck with you like herpes. Ah, yes. Oh my god. All right, well, this appears to be working. I am once again streaming ready or streaming capable. Man, I gotta say, I've been missing the horror movie stream and just hopping on streams and everything. I've been missing the community. You know, I love you folks. You have been a tree for me to hold on to during some of the biggest storms in my life recently. And yeah, basically, right now, I am in a hotel room because I have sold the condo. Condo has been sold. This is a place I inherited from my mother. You know, a couple years ago, life was like I just found my groove. I just found my groove. I was working a job that I loved. Mom got sick, got Alzheimer's. I had to quit the job, take care of her full time. Still do it again. Don't think I'm virtue signaling here, right? You know, it's just like not asking for a cookie. You know, people shouldn't ask for praise for just doing the right fucking thing, right? But I fucked my life up completely, and so like credit score went from like perfect, like sterling, spotless to like less than shit in like 6 months to like a year. You know, moral of the story in America, rule number one: don't get sick. Yeah, mom fucked up and brought that rule. But anyway, so she passed away, and I got the condo that she left me so graciously, and then the court wouldn't let me sell it. Probate court wouldn't let me sell it for 2 years. So now, uh, you know, I sold my home, but you know, and look, I'm not hurting. You know, there are a lot of people in much worse situations than me, and I am grateful and I count my blessings in a major way. Make no mistake, okay? But I kind of got fucked, and but then again, you know, that's part of being American. That's part of the American experience now is getting fucked without any lube. By the way, lube prices are up. I've been told. You know, people, I guess, buying lots of KY jelly. So you know that fisting that we're getting from our government, you know, just goes in just a little bit smoother, hurts just a little bit less, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, you know, so I don't mean to, you know, sound like a whiny little bitch, but I am starting to go fucking crazy because I've been waiting for the fucking check to clear for like weeks now while I've been living here. And look, it's a fucking Holiday Inn basically, right? And you know, nothing to bitch or complaining about. You know, once I got my desktop set up, there's all my stickers. Massive over representation, of course, by ya boy, 6 a.m. Comics. MC Mark Marianelli eats MCs up like spaghetti. Or maybe some Cheerios. He masticates his foes. Oh man, yeah. Happy to see that he's actually looks like he's doing what you call it. Like he's started to get things moving on Starfetched, which is a good thing because I always refer to that dude as the sleeping giant. One of there's like two sleeping giants in our scene, I think, and that's one of them is 6 a.m. Mark and Ink Spots. Like those dudes are like just patiently waiting to blow, which I hope they do sometime in the near future. Speaking of shit blowing up, the campaign for the Kill Journal the complete Finch dossier. God, I can barely speak. That is doing really, really well. Of course, there was a launch on Michael Bancroft. There was a launch on Pop XB, Billy Tucci, boy Billy Tucci, man of the people. One of the realest people I've found in our scene for sure. Oh, hey, what up, Matt? Good to see you, brother. If you feel like hanging out or bullshitting, I can always shoot you a link. This is just an experiment. I was just like, you know what? Let me just, because I've been trying to get this to work. It's like I can't get my normal mic to work, so I think I've got like I'm using the old headphones, but I couldn't get the headphones mic to work, so I'm using the mic that's from the camera. So I'm hoping, if this can run in uninterrupted for about like a half an hour or something like that, then definitely we can do the horror movie club for well, shit. I think I had to cancel on that twice. Yeah. So really, really miss hanging out with my boy Matt. For shizzle. And man, should be working on the Puritanian, that thing that we're developing, but I just been fucking, I don't know. It's like the day of the move was a blur, and every other day since the move has sort of blurred into that. I had trouble keeping my bearings, but now that I can actually evidently, I mean, if you can hear me, and I'm not like doing like a pantomime show. That's all good, my brother, man. That's all good. Blessings to you and your kid. But yeah. Way to go! Thanks for fucking me up. Thanks for fucking up my flow, man. No. Yeah. I am gonna try to, man, because I've been like, looking at that sketch that you did of the Puritanian, and I'm just like, oh, we could have fun with this motherfucker. Yeah, that is going to be that's one of a whole bunch of projects I'm going to have coming out. Right now, of course, there's the Kill Journal. Why am I having? Oh, wait, okay. See, I should have this shit bookmarked. Let me see if I can share my screen like a non-boomer. Okay, wait. There it is. Damn, doing nicely. 12 days left in this 30-day campaign. Right now, it's up to 173 backers. That's fucking amazing. But this also needs to be doing better, because I'm telling you, you are going to get a kick out of this. I'm a horror guy. I always have been, but I generally have not been good, especially good at writing horror. I mean, I've written countless horror screenplays, comic books, you name it. And especially screenplays. I wrote at least like 10 horror movie screenplays that are just sitting in a vault somewhere waiting to get turned into comic books one of these days. Possibly. We'll see. Some of them anyway. The ones that are good. But then I remember the Let the Right One In came out, and I saw that. It's a Swedish vampire movie called Let the Right One In. I saw that and I was like, fuck me. That's the movie I've been trying to write for like 20 years and not succeeding. So, that's one of the reasons why I did Six Gun Gorilla. Well, first of all, I want to dive into different genres. Love me some. I want to do a heroic fantasy. I want to do like some Robert E. Howard, Conan style shit. I want to do like a Mad Max thing that's going to be called Slag Virus and the Warriors of Apocalypse Road, which is going to be like more Rick Remendery. It's going to be like Fear Agent. It's going to be a little tongue in cheek, but still with heart. Nothing that's just like just a satire or anything like that. Oh, and then Demoniac. Demoniac is a book I can't wait to tell you folks about. That's going to be sick. I'm really excited for that. Also, the other book that I did with Adam, that's going to be coming out. I've been referring to that as Abraxas. That was just the working title. I wasn't especially wedded to it or anything. And Adam was like, "Dude, we need like a title change." I'm like, "Well, I thought Abraxas is kind of a cool title, but how about basically I started looking up wrestling moves with like really evil sounding names. It's something that would maybe capture the spirit of the comic, and I discovered that there's a wrestling move called the Blood Moon Stomp, and so that's going to be the title for the graphic novel, which my man Maxi Diallo is in the process of illustrating right now. But man, and I campaigned for Maxi because not that Adam isn't a Maxi fan and hasn't worked with him before and been very happy with his work, but I really was just over the moon with what he did with this first Finch story because, and I've probably overtold the story by now, but people were reading the story and they were complimenting me as the writer for this little detail that's in the last panel where you see Finch's figure, holding his dead father, and you see his shadow as the shadow of a dog. And people were like, oh, that gave me chills. And and I was just like, oh, fuck, wish I could accept the responsibility for that. No, that was Maxi. That's the thing, man. That is what I love about being a comic book writer, is when you collaborate with people that you're vibing with, that are just out for the same reason that you are, which is just to make a kick-ass comic book story. It's like, I didn't write that detail in there. It's just like, how very presumptuous of him to put it in there. I'm like, holy shit, does that work though? That's the thing. If you're an artist and you're working with me and you're working from my script and you want to change shit, you can, feel free, but be prepared to defend it. That didn't even need defending. That was just like, oh man, this guy is masterful. And oh yes, and the colors on this are by Spicy, by Mike Spicer, the guy who did Murder Falcon. And if you haven't read Murder Falcon, do yourself a favor and buy Murder Falcon and read Metal Falcon, especially if you're a metalhead, because it is basically like a love letter to metal. But yeah, it's a nice little trailer on here. A little walkthrough that Adam does through the issue. And he sent it to me. He sent me the PDF to preview it. And I know it's going to be dope, but right now I've just been feeling too nervous to actually read this. So I haven't read this yet. But if you look at that art and you look at Spicer's, Maxi's pencils and inks and Spicer's colors, man, like peanut butter and chocolate. Just amazing team. Yeah, I mean, once again, I speak from the heart when I say that I am super grateful to be working with the people that I'm working with. I am over the moon, so to speak. Oh God. And yeah, it's got a foil wrap cover. and it's a that's the front and that's the back. So yeah, it's not exactly a wraparound cover. It's more like a mirror cover. I don't know what you would call this concept, but it's bitchin' anyway. And I love in this picture too. You can see that Adam has Fear Agent #1, final edition, in the on his bookshelf. You know, he has good taste in comics, that's for sure. Man, I love me some Fear Agent, folks. If you haven't read that, if you're Fear Agent, yeah, you're missing out. I mean, but yeah, look at these pages, man. Look at this art. It's just fucking beautiful, and just the emotion that he. That's that's a really. I think that's a really rare talent for artists. Um, is conveying emotion in the face. You look at somebody like Jack Kirby, right? And his work, you know, was dynamic as fuck, and it helped create the visual vocabulary for superhero comics and all that. But you know, when it came to facial expressions, he wasn't. His people looked robotic. Like I remember in the '70s, a friend of mine saying like, everybody always talks about how Jack Kirby's the best. Like when he draws people, they look like robots, right? And this is actually around the time that he was doing, not shortly after, did Machine Man. And you know, it's not that Jack Kirby's great stuff isn't awesome, but you know, it's like Neil Adams said, style is everything that an artist does wrong. And what can I say? I love the way that Maxie conveys emotion, and you know, this is it's an emotional story. Damn it. You know, I always try to put some pathos in my stuff, and this is really, really, you know, emotionally brutal territory. And yeah, this is the story of Finch bringing down Mr. Crispy. Mr. Crispy being the revenant that killed his father. And that's in the 6-pagers that was in the back of the original Kill Journal, the hardcover. And it's included in this. And then there's the news story, which is 18 pages. And what can I say? You know, even if you don't like the writing, even if the writer's no good, you cannot fuck with this art. I am sorry. Yeah, so Maxie also is illustrating Blood Moon Stomp, formerly known as Abraxas. And Adam kind of wanted to work with somebody new, and I was like, no, fuck that. I was like, Maxie's the guy, Maxie's the guy, Maxie's the guy, Maxie's the guy. And like I said, it's not that Adam, you know, didn't like working with Maxie, didn't love what he did, but I was just like, oh, because I mean, my God, when you're a comic book writer, you have to, yeah, if you keeps it real, you admit to the world that the reason why you write comics is because you can't draw them, and so or draw them well. You know, Steve Niles could draw comic books. You know, take a look at his adaptation of I Am Legend and tell me whether he should be writing comics or drawing them. There's no question, right? And actually, being a better artist is something I intend to work on, because I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. I intend on staying in this industry. Once I get established in my new crib. Hey, yo, what's up, Pops? Good to see you, brother. I'm live, and hopefully going to be able to do the monster movie, the horror movie club this week, because shit, twice in a row missed Without Warning. Holy shit, I love that movie. I'm not saying it's a masterpiece, but man, it is one of those movies I just always find myself going back to over and over and over again. I remember like seeing that on cable when I was a kid, when it first came out, and I was just like, oh, This is like one of the best drive-in movies ever. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see how people feel. But actually, yeah, let me see if I can actually. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's great, man. I remember seeing the commercials for this when I was a kid, and I was like, what is this even about? Like these flying discs that just come like flying through the air. Cameron Mitchell. Oh, he could have bucked it. He could have bucked it, but he didn't have any shells. Oh, I love that special effect. It came without warning. They shortened the title to Without Warning. Quite wisely. I think. Oh yeah, Larry Storch from fucking F Troop. Larry Storch from F Troop, who you probably have no idea, unless you're really old like me and Pops, who the fuck Larry Storch was, and F Troop and all that. He was like on a Western TV when I was a kid. David Caruso. Yes, David Caruso made this like around the same time that he made First Blood. Yeah, he's up in there. And then oh god, and then the alien itself is pretty fucking badass. Actually created by Rick Baker. Yes, that's good. Yeah, and the cast is fucking phenomenal. You got fucking first you meet Jack Palance and you think like this dude's cracked. Then you get fucking Martin Landau, who's even fucking crazier. And both of them just fucking chew up the fucking scenery in this thing. Oh, they're fucking great. Yeah, I don't know if you're catching any of the sound of this, but yeah, yeah, it's pretty funny because this was a movie that well, it's a movie about an extraterrestrial big game hunter who's come to Earth to hunt humans, and the alien is played by Kevin Peter Hall, the same guy who would play the alien in Predator. So this has a very similar plot to Predator, and basically Predator is without warning, but like with against commandos. It's like Predator is to without warning what Aliens is to Alien. Yeah, I know people might think that's a bit of a stretch, but I'm telling you, it's not. It came without warning. That's what she said. Christ. Uh, yes, I would like that on Blu-ray. Very much. Oh, man. Anyway, everybody, I am going to peace out in a minute. Just wanted to hop on, say what's up, let you know that I'm streaming capable, and will be all up in your ass. Because this ain't a game. This ain't a game, fools. I'm in this. I'm in it to win it. And yeah, looking forward to getting back to writing. Like I said, I've been terrible about that. Starting to get, I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to get a little old boy in this motherfucker. Like if you are at a sushi bar and you see some guy eating a live squid, it might be me. That's all I'm saying. But I am trying to hold it together, and you know, knowing that my peeps is out there, you know, that helps. And everything's going to be all right. And hey, man, for the rest of 2023 into 2024, onward and fucking upward. So many projects planned, so many things to do. And what can I say? A industry to conquer. Anyway, I'm out of here. Peace and love, everybody. I will talk to you soon.